The Grandma Cottage aesthetic is a timeless style that brings warmth, nostalgia, and comfort into a home. Inspired by memories of childhood and simpler times, this look embraces soft textures, vintage accents, and a welcoming atmosphere. A perfect blend of past and present, it's about making your home feel cozy and loved. To create a space that embodies this charm, focus on incorporating elements that feel authentic and lived in. Natural materials like wood, stone, and cotton should be the foundation, with furniture pieces that tell a story. Each item, whether antique or newly purchased, should have a sense of history and character. Grandma's cottage isn't just about the look but also the feeling. It's about a home that wraps you in a hug every time you walk through the door. From the soft hues to the inviting furniture arrangements, every detail should serve to make you feel at home. Stay tuned for more ideas on how to bring this timeless style into your home. The kitchen is the true heart of any cottage-style home, where warmth and comfort intertwine. In a Grandma Cottage, this space feels inviting, with open shelving displaying vintage crockery and heirloom kitchenware. The charm lies in the details: rustic wooden countertops, delicate lace curtains, and soft lighting that makes every meal feel like a special occasion. To achieve this look, prioritize functionality while keeping the space cozy. Mix and match materials like wood, stone, and porcelain for a timeless appeal. A farmhouse sink, vintage-style appliances, and simple storage solutions bring practicality and charm into the room. Adding small personal touches like a jar of fresh herbs or a vintage bread box enhances the nostalgic feel. The key to the cozy kitchen vibe is balance. Avoid clutter by choosing open shelving and keeping decor minimal yet meaningful. Items like enamelware or patterned ceramics bring personality to the space, while potted plants or dried flowers add a natural element. Together, they create a warm, welcoming atmosphere perfect for gathering and cooking. Soft, tactile elements are key to creating a warm, inviting atmosphere in a Grandma Cottage. Textiles like woolen throws, soft cotton bedding, and linen curtains add layers of comfort and warmth to the space. These natural fabrics not only enhance the cozy aesthetic but also provide a tactile experience that invites relaxation. To truly embody the Grandma Cottage style, incorporate a mix of fabrics that feel as good as they look. Consider layering different textures, such as a chunky knit blanket over a smooth linen duvet, or a soft rug beneath a wicker chair. These elements give the space depth and make it feel lived in and loved. Don't forget about smaller touches like embroidered pillows, lace-trimmed curtains, and vintage quilts. These heirloom pieces tell a story and connect the space to memories of simpler times. Each fabric choice should evoke feelings of warmth and nostalgia, wrapping the space in comfort while maintaining that timeless cottage charm. Antique treasures are an essential part of the Grandma Cottage aesthetic, adding history and character to the space. Whether it's an old rocking chair, a vintage lamp, or a delicate porcelain vase, these pieces tell a story and bring depth to the room. Their imperfections and unique qualities only enhance the charm, making each item a conversation starter. To incorporate antiques effectively, think of them as the soul of the space. Mix them with more contemporary pieces to create contrast and keep the look fresh. An antique chest used as a coffee table or an old dresser repurposed as a sideboard brings rustic elegance and nostalgia to modern living areas. The key to styling antiques is ensuring they don't overpower the space. Pairing them with more modern, simple pieces will create a balance that allows each item to shine. Look for vintage accessories like mirrors, picture frames, and clocks to subtly bring character to your rooms while maintaining a relaxed, lived-in feel. The color palette in a Grandma Cottage should evoke a sense of calm and warmth. Soft, muted tones like pale creams, gentle blues, and warm grays set the foundation for the space, creating an inviting and cozy atmosphere. These colors provide a timeless backdrop that allows the vintage furniture and textiles to shine without overwhelming the room. To achieve this look, consider painting walls in light, neutral shades, which reflect natural light and make the space feel larger and more open. Accents of pastel colors or muted florals in curtains, cushions, or rugs add interest and depth without detracting from the overall serene vibe. The goal is to create a harmonious space that feels like a warm embrace. Don't be afraid to incorporate textures and patterns that echo the soft color palette. A faded floral rug, a set of patterned pillows, or a vintage quilt in soft hues will add layers of depth and visual interest. These subtle details help bring the color palette to life and keep the space feeling inviting, lived in, and timeless. Floral patterns are a hallmark of the Grandma Cottage aesthetic, evoking feelings of nostalgia and natural beauty. Incorporating flowers into your decor, whether through fabrics, wallpaper, or fresh blooms, adds a touch of the outdoors inside. These soft, delicate prints help to create a serene environment that feels connected to nature, bringing life and warmth into the home. To infuse the beauty of flowers into your space, choose soft, faded florals for curtains, cushions, and rugs. Wallpaper with subtle floral designs on an accent wall can also create a cozy, inviting atmosphere without overwhelming the room. Fresh flowers in simple vases or mason jars bring a fresh, natural touch that keeps the space feeling alive and vibrant. The key is balance. Floral elements should complement, not dominate, the room. When mixed with neutral tones and natural textures, floral prints enhance the cottage vibe without making the space feel too busy. Small touches like a floral patterned throw or a vase of wildflowers can make all the difference in creating a welcoming, nature-inspired retreat. Lighting plays a crucial role in creating a warm and inviting atmosphere in a Grandma Cottage. The goal is to avoid harsh, artificial lighting and instead opt for soft, warm tones that make the space feel cozy and lived in. Think of using table lamps, vintage chandeliers, and fairy lights to create a gentle glow that enhances the cottage aesthetic. In the living room, soft ambient lighting from lamps with fabric shades can create a relaxing atmosphere, perfect for winding down at the end of the day. Consider using vintage-style sconces or pendant lights in the kitchen to add a touch of charm and character. Natural light should also be a key element in your lighting plan, with large windows or sheer curtains that allow sunlight to flood in. Layer your lighting with different sources: overhead, task lighting, and accent lighting. This approach creates depth and warmth in the space. Candles, too, are an excellent choice for bringing a gentle, flickering light into the room. Grouping candles on a table or mantelpiece adds a romantic, nostalgic feel, perfect for the Grandma Cottage vibe. Textiles are one of the easiest and most effective ways to add warmth and comfort to a Grandma Cottage. Layering different fabrics such as soft cotton, wool, and linen creates a welcoming environment that feels lived in and cozy. Throw blankets, plush pillows, and cozy rugs are essential elements that provide tactile comfort while enhancing the overall aesthetic of the space. When selecting textiles, consider mixing patterns and textures to add visual interest. A knitted throw, a velvet cushion, or a vintage wool rug can all contribute to a cozy, layered look. Don't be afraid to combine florals, stripes, and solids. Just keep the color palette soft and warm to maintain balance. These textiles should feel like a warm embrace, inviting you to curl up and relax. In the bedroom, a patchwork quilt or a set of soft linen sheets creates an inviting, nostalgic atmosphere. Add a few layers of pillows in varying textures to make the bed feel even more comfortable. In the living room, a mix of throw blankets and decorative pillows adds dimension, creating a cozy, welcoming space for family and friends to gather. Vintage and antique pieces are essential for creating the timeless charm of a Grandma Cottage. These pieces bring character, history, and a sense of nostalgia to the space. Whether it's an antique wooden rocking chair, a vintage mirror, or a weathered armoire, these items add layers of personality and warmth, making the space feel unique and personal. Incorporating vintage finds into your decor allows you to blend the old with the new, creating a space that feels both lived in and fresh. Look for pieces with history, such as antique furniture, old photographs, or vintage kitchenware. These items don't have to be perfectly restored. In fact, their imperfections only add to their charm and authenticity. When styling your vintage pieces, try mixing different time periods to create a more dynamic, eclectic look. For example, pair a modern couch with a vintage coffee table or add a vintage floral rug to a more contemporary room. This fusion of eras gives your space character while maintaining the timeless feel of a Grandma Cottage. Personal touches are what truly bring the Grandma Cottage aesthetic to life. These thoughtful details make the space feel uniquely yours and full of character. Family heirlooms, handmade crafts, or treasured mementos can be displayed in various ways, from framing old letters to hanging vintage family photos. These items tell a story and create a sense of continuity and warmth throughout the home. Incorporating personal decor elements can be as simple as adding a few meaningful objects to your shelves or arranging vintage books and knickknacks in a way that feels organic. Try incorporating a mix of sentimental objects with new, simple decor to maintain a balance. These personal touches help to foster a feeling of homeliness and comfort, making every room feel inviting. Remember that personal touches don't need to be extravagant. A hand-painted sign, a collection of old postcards, or a unique handcrafted piece of art can be just as meaningful as a family heirloom. By mixing these items with your everyday decor, you create a space that is both heartfelt and functional, making your cottage feel like home. Incorporating natural elements is a beautiful way to enhance the Grandma Cottage aesthetic and create a serene, calming environment. Plants are a perfect choice, with their ability to add color, texture, and life to any room. From lush houseplants like ferns and ivy to simple potted herbs in the kitchen, greenery brings freshness and vitality into the home. In addition to plants, other natural materials such as wooden furniture, stone accents, and woven baskets can be incorporated into your decor. These elements help create a harmonious, earthy atmosphere that complements the cottage's warm, inviting vibe. Natural textures also play a significant role in balancing the soft fabrics and vintage furnishings, providing depth and visual interest. Don't forget to incorporate natural light as well. Large windows, skylights, or glass doors help connect the interior to the outdoors. This connection to nature makes the space feel airy and open, while also allowing you to enjoy the beauty of the changing seasons from inside your cozy cottage. As we wrap up our exploration of Grandma Cottage style, remember that the final touches can truly bring everything together. These flourishes are the cherry on top, adding personal flair while reinforcing the cozy, timeless vibe. Whether it's a vintage lamp, a carefully chosen piece of art, or a hand-sewn cushion, these finishing details can elevate your space and make it feel complete. The key is to focus on items that reflect your personal taste and add to the warmth and nostalgia of the cottage aesthetic. Small touches, like a beautifully framed photograph or a whimsical clock, can make a big impact. When each piece serves a purpose and contributes to the overall atmosphere, your cottage will feel both functional and full of character. Ultimately, the beauty of a Grandma Cottage lies in its lived-in charm and the love put into every detail. The timeless decor, combined with personal touches and a welcoming atmosphere, creates a space that feels like home. Take your time to find pieces that resonate with you and enjoy the process of crafting a space full of warmth, comfort, and personality.